Hi, welcome to my practice room. You'll see that I have lots of flute stuff around here. I am a flute player in the Lima Symphony. My name is Erin Grimm. So what I'm going to be doing today is we are going to be making a little pan flute. And you can see I already have one made here. And it says I Heart LSO. That stands for I Love Lima Symphony Orchestra. And then I have a few little music notes right there. So I'm going to show you how to make this. It does make a sound. You blow across the hole like this. Let's see. And then you want to hear a higher note. So you can make your own little songs with this little pan flute thing here. So these are the materials you're going to need. You are going to need 5 wide straws. You can use the regular straws too. That works just as well. You need some cardstock, and I just cut up a little folder that I like purple, so I used the corner of a folder. And you're gonna make this, let's see, I've made it 6.5 inches long and 1.5 inches wide. And all this is going to do is help you hold your little pan flute in its shape, hold it all together. So the first thing we're going to do is we cut the cardboard out, and I have to make a few more cuts on this one because I didn't finish fully cutting it. So I'm using my handy dandy safety scissors, and I'm just cutting right down this crease. So I have 2 pieces of cardstock. You could use construction paper too, I would imagine. And I have 2 pieces now, 6.5 inches and 1.5 inches wide. So that's our 2 pieces of cardstock. So you also need double-sided tape, a pair of scissors, and a Sharpie. So, and of course a ruler. We are going to measure the first one has to be at 6 inches. So our first pipe, it's the longest. So we're going to measure that. That's 6 inches. And snip, snip. So this is just a little extra piece now. So we have a 6-inch long straw. So snip. Oh, it flew away. Okay. So now we have our 5 straws, all at different lengths. See? And they'll make different sounds. So I'm going to put glue around the inside, the very inside of the straw. I'm going to pump that in there. And then I cut a little plug, a little piece of the glue, and I'm just going to shove that in there in the center, and hopefully, oh, it kind of melted my straw. And hopefully that will seal off. And we're going to do this right-handed. All right, so that may work. Also, what works, instead of using hot glue, you could also use clay. So like modeling clay, that cheap stuff you can get. And I would say, like make it in a little puck like I did with the cut end piece of the glue stick. And I used a small glue stick for the wide straws. And use a puck of the putty, and then just run a little bead of like an Elmer's glue or something around the outside of that puck of clay, and hopefully that'll seal it off, all the air. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take our cardstock. We decorated the front, And we're going to take our double-sided sticky Scotch tape here. And we are just going to lay down about every in equal amounts. So since we have 5 things, 5 little straws as our pipes, I'm going to put the first one right in the middle. In the mental. Okay, so then I'm going to put my 2 outside straws. So they are kind of equal. Or I'm going to put the tape down. See, I've stuck the tape down. And I've got 2 more pieces of tape I have to stick down. And I'm just going to stick them equally in between the middle and the end. Same thing on this side. Equally between the middle and the end. So I have 5 pieces of tape. Then I'm going to take my ruler. Because I want the tops of my straws to kind of be even. I don't want one real high and one real low. I want them to be uneven down below, so we know which note are which. We're going to start with, when we hold it up, we're going to start with the left side. So here's my little paper that's right side up. I'm going to pick out my longest straw. So it's this guy right here. And I'm going to put my, hold this down. And I laid my ruler down and I'll show you. See, I laid my ruler down and my little papers so that they're kind of parallel. They go along with each other, like 2 roads, 2 lanes in a road. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my longest one, glue side towards me, and open side towards you. And I'm going to stick it down just like that. I'm going to gently press it because I don't want to crack my straw, because if I crack my straw, that will be an air leak and then it won't work. Okay, so let me show you what I did. So see how everything is all lined up and they're all stuck to my cardboard. Okay, then I'm going to take, whoopsie, I'm going to take my little piece of tape, not too much, I don't need a whole lot because it's only going the length of the cardboard and, you know, and I'm going to stick it right on top of my straw. Just like that. See, there's tape right there on my straw. Take another little piece on the 3rd straw. I'm going to put 1 short piece of tape on each straw. Whoops. This little guy decided he didn't like being right there. Okay, so I pushed him back. They're kind of sticking to me. That's the problem. And I'm going to carefully put the last one on there. All right. Now, I have my final piece of cardboard right here. And I am going to kind of line it up with the one below it. And then gently press this on. And then look, I have a little pan flute. Now, some of them will work easier than others. And how you're going to make a sound. Some of them, like you'll just get a lot of little tiny, tiny whistles, like this one. You can hear like little faint, tiny, tiny whistles. Maybe a dog could hear that. I don't know. But I don't see my dog coming at me. And then some of them work really well. And all I'm doing is, if you put the little piece of a straw in your mouth, and you have that little hole right there, you have the little hole that you make with your lips. See that little hole? That's called an aperture. And that's what I use to make a sound on my flute, which I'm going to play for you too. But you just make that little hole, you lay this on your lip, right on your lower lip, and then blow across the hole at your finger. I'm blowing at that finger, and I can feel the air hitting that finger. So part of my air is going down inside the tube into the straw, and part of my air is going across the hole, and that makes that air go in there. It makes it spin around and vibrate the air in the tube, and that's what makes the sound.